Ever pondered on the profound depth of the biblical law of sowing and reaping? How it seamlessly intertwines with the fabric of our daily lives? Well, it's a concept that holds the power to shape our understanding of life, faith, and personal growth. So, sit back and immerse yourself in this enlightening exploration of a principle rooted deeply in biblical teachings. The biblical law of sowing and reaping is a principle that seems rather simple on the surface, yet its implications run deep. It's a concept that's been echoed throughout the ages, across cultures, and in various forms of wisdom. In its most basic form, it essentially conveys that what you sow, you shall reap. Consider a farmer. He prepares his field, sows his seeds, and then waits. He doesn't expect instant results. He understands that there's a season for sowing and a season for reaping. Similarly, our actions, words, and thoughts are the seeds we sow in the fields of our lives. The outcomes or consequences we experience are the crops we reap. The law of sowing and reaping isn't just about the physical act of sowing seeds and reaping crops. It's a universal principle that applies to all areas of life. It's about understanding that actions have consequences. Positive actions often lead to positive outcomes, while negative actions usually result in negative consequences. However, it's essential to remember that this is not a transactional law. It's not about expecting an immediate return on every good deed or a swift punishment for every wrong. The law emphasizes patience and faith. Just as the farmer must wait for the right season to reap his harvest, we too must understand that the fruits of our actions may not always be immediate. The law of sowing and reaping also teaches us about grace. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, the harvest may not be as expected. Other times, we may reap bountifully even when we feel we haven't sown enough. This is where grace comes in, the unmerited favor that often surprises us. To wrap up, the biblical law of sowing and reaping is a profound principle that encompasses patience, action, consequence, and grace. It reminds us that our actions, words, and thoughts are seeds sown into the fields of our lives, and the outcomes we experience are the crops we reap. This law emphasizes the importance of positive actions and patience, while also reminding us of the grace that often surprises us. Remember, life is not just about the harvest, but also about the sowing. Every action, every word, and every thought is a seed sown. So as you go about your day, remember to sow wisely, sow patiently, and sow with faith. And when the time comes, may you reap a harvest that mirrors the goodness of your sowing.